Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Welcome to chrisIsTalkin, and this is my weekly manga review for One Piece, and this is for chapter 836, the vivre card that Lola gave. Now, it has been a very long time since I last did a One Piece review, not because I was actually not reviewing it or anything, but mostly because One Piece and Shonen Jump were actually on hiatus. So my last review I did was actually 835, so I haven't missed any chapters. It's just that it's just been a week really, yeah, and since that week there hasn't really been any anime as well, so it's just been a kind of fairly dry week for reviews for myself, for manga reviews, and Dragon Ball Super and no One Piece, so that was kind of sad. So this past week I've only done like 2 videos, which is pretty sad, but yeah. So that to the side, this is for chapter 836, the vivre card Lola gave, and this One Piece chapter really focuses on Lola and like Big Mom and Lola's father and the seducing woods. So as you've noticed, we're still in the seducing woods. It does look like we're leaving sometime soon, so yay. And the reason why I say we're leaving sometime soon is because we're finally actually coming to the meat of the mini boss. So now the mini bosses we kind of have before we always get to the main bosses. As we saw in Dressrosa, the mini boss was actually in the arena, in the Colosseum, when Luffy was going against all the other people. So when you have like another mini fight before the major fight kind of happens, and the mini fight always happens with somebody extremely powerful, but not that important to the storyline for now. Maybe later, but not really for now. And for this one, it turns out to be that the mini boss is Cracker, who seems pretty crazy. I think so. Cracker turns out to be maybe Big Mom's son, and it could actually be also like Lola's brother, maybe, because we do see some of the some conversation between Cracker and Lola's father, that huge giant mountain thing, head thing. I actually didn't learn his name, I'm so sorry, but yeah, he's one of those random characters. But yeah, I should have learned his name because he's quite important to this chapter. Whoops. But yeah, so they have the dialogue between them two, and then Cracker ends up explaining about how Big Mom only sees the 49 husbands that she's had as just basically just random people, like they're not blood related or anything. So if Lola's father was to die, then she wouldn't really bat an eyelid. So that's pretty kind of dark. Big Mom doesn't really give a fuck. So that's pretty crazy. But so yeah, and then we get to see Luffy actually confronts. So Luffy and the Straw Hats, they're there. They've been surrounded by Cracker and in the seducing woods and all of Big Mom's homies, which are the spirits or the souls of the people inside the trees and the rabbits and all the animals in the kingdom, kind of like Disney on crack, pretty much. What Disney on LSD, kind of like the funny episode of Family Guy when we got to see the other side of Disney and everything's going crazy, and then you get to see like the Disney characters just go nuts. So yeah, this is basically Disney gone crazy. So which is pretty cool, kind of gives a nice little theme. Like there's always a certain theme in each of the different arcs. So in this one here, yeah, so they're all surrounded, Luffy and Nami, and it's kind of like, shit, what's going to happen now? We see Brule appear out of nowhere. Brule ends up kind of explaining how yeah, we've got Chopper, we've got was it Carrot as well. So Brule has Chopper and Carrot in the mirror thing in another realm, and Luffy's like, Chopper, Carrot, what the hell, where are you? So that was pretty it's pretty cool. There's a little bit of dialogue here and there, but then we actually got more information about Lola and the vivre card that Lola gave, hence the title of this chapter, and Lola's father. And he was actually speaking about her, not directly to the Straw Hats, but like kind of speaking about her to Cracker, basically saying, oh, please don't kill me, I have a daughter and everything. And then it gets kind of intense, and then basically before Cracker goes to attack Lola's father, you just see Luffy just come out of nowhere and just do some like harkied up leg thing and just smack his spear away. Then it kind of leads to a confrontation between them two, and then what's it called again? Nami and the rest of them all just jet. They just jet because they realize how crazy this is getting, and they run deeper into the woods. But now the homies and everything are all wondering like, where is she going to? Like, and Brule's even saying she can't escape us. Nobody who's ever been in our tracks has ever escaped us. They've all died. So it's like, oh shit, these people are crazy. But yeah, so Nami, but she's got the vivre card that Lola gave for Big Mom, basically allowing her, well, Nami and whoever else she's with, to know the direction that Big Mom is. But from that, because the vivre cards are practically parts of your soul. All the homies and all the homies can actually sense Big Mom's soul from the river card, and they actually end up getting shit scared, which I thought was pretty random but pretty kind of cool at the same time, considering that they are pieces of souls. They would understand souls a bit more than the humans and stuff. So yeah, they just like shit a brick and they can't go towards Nami. Brûlé's like, what the hell is going on? Like, why are you guys not chasing after Nami and all that? That being said, she then sees, was it Luffy just fly through the woods and smash into a tree, and she's like, what the fuck? Like, she'd been running for a while, like she'd been running for a good while, and then you see Luffy literally just kind of like smacks, and he's like, alright, cool, like I'm gonna go serious now. And then like Nami's like, you can't go serious now, it's not supposed to be what it's not supposed to be doing. And Luffy's like, how am I supposed to not go all out? Another thing that's happened with Cracker as well is that Cracker, he has this devil fruit ability. He's called like 1,000-arm Cracker or something like that. When you tap on his shoulder, another arm comes out. When you tap again, another arm comes out. So like I think that can keep going until 1,000. So, and he's got the swords as well. So to be honest, it would have been a better person for Zoro to be going against, because you could have seen Zoro's skills against Cracker. And it's not just because like I know the swords person, but because also Cracker's actually fairly powerful. If we're going by how high the devil fruit, sorry, not devil fruit, how high the bounties are to the characters, Cracker's bounty is like 860, is it 860 million? So yeah, it's quite high up. It's definitely higher than Johnshin Zhao from Dressrosa and a few of the other people. It's like 300 and something million more than Luffy, 500 more than Zoro. So like this guy is really, really powerful, and the way that he was blasting and he wasn't scared of Luffy and the Straw Hats, and the fact that he's one of Big Mom's 3 generals underneath. So yeah, it's gonna be, so he's basically the equivalent of Jack for Kaido, but for Big Mom. So yeah, so like Luffy really needs to be able to take him out, and there might be a slight break after Luffy takes him out, because we know he's going to take him out, but after Luffy takes him out, then there might be a slight break, and then it might go to somebody else, and during that time is when Luffy will recover. But then that being said, Luffy doesn't really use up that much energy unless he's doing gear 7 or gear 4th. So yeah, do you guys think he will be going gear 4th against this guy, or do you think Luffy will just end up just doing some other kind of techniques and abilities that we haven't seen in a while? I'm pretty interested to see that. Why do you guys think that what's it called again, the homies stopped from attacking Nami? I mean, obviously we think it's because of the vivre card, but do you think it could be anything else? Like, yeah, like, are you guys enjoying this part of the arc? I mean, I know it's not really the most fun part of the arc, but obviously we do need to see some exposition and like story, kind of like a background story before we get to the main beef, which is Big Mom, because we also find out that like through some information that Sanji's wedding is going to be happening the next day, so things need to be on the wraps real quick. So depending on how they do the time thing, obviously the next day could end up being like 50 chapters, or the next day could be in a few chapters. So yeah, that's been about that. So yes, I'm pretty excited for the next chapter, which is next week. The chapter did come out yesterday, but I was at work yesterday, and by the time I came home, I couldn't really do reviews late at night, so I don't want to be making too much noise. But yeah, this is it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please do subscribe to join the One Piece playlist, which I have, which is every single Thursday, and also subscribe just to kind of see my other reviews, reaction videos, and things that I make if you like my content. I hope you guys have a great time. Do like, share, subscribe, and I can see you guys in the next one. Peace.